in Mbale that we bring in a blend of culture. And I know in terms of culture, innovation in Mbale rotates around our culture. And we are here to do our thing again for the third time round. I want to take this opportunity to appreciate all the team behind the arrangement of this. People who are making this possible, people who are making the Elgon Festival what it is. Sooner than now, this is going to become our household name, that we bring a blend of culture from across the regions of the country for the people. We bring numbers to the city for people to see what the city is. I want to appreciate UWA that is fully represented here. I want to appreciate Rock Telecom that is fully represented here. I want to appreciate the cultural institution INS Yamasava that is fully represented here by the Minister of Culture in the traditional institution of Masava land. Mbale Creatives, the people that make the environment that we are in look the way it is and make it a destination for partiers in this town. Mbale City represented. Sky Farmers, we thank you. Time FM, Mumbo FM, West TV, BIF, Clock Tower Updates, a number of other entities that are with us here to make it go out to the people. Members, there are more of a number of other people who are keeping joining us, but here today I want in a special way to extend my appreciation to Jeff Stuma, Priscilla Mungoma, and others for being the brains behind the kind of thing that we're doing right now. Thank you for thinking for Mbale. Thank you for thinking for Uganda. Thank you for thinking for the region. We are going to have a mode of appreciation, but before we get into our partners to say what it means, I will ask one of the brains, Jeff, Priscilla, and others. I will ask Priscilla to give us a brief, a keynote. What is the Elgon Festival? What do we expect? And why do we have it? So right now, our cameras, I'll get back to Priscilla to give us a keynote address to this kind of engagement.
Across the Elgon, from Karamoja, from Karamoja all the way to Busoga and to Samia. We are really excited that this festival, after such a struggle, is finally still in the game, and we are so happy that we have so many partners involved and always supportive. I want to take this opportunity to really thank Uganda Wildlife Authority. Uganda Wildlife Authority, I could say our true partners, because even at the concept level, they were involved in suggesting that this festival goes, not only, initially it was just for our area, Bamasava, but Mr. Kiza, the former warden, felt that we could have every ethnicity be part of it, because Elgon in UWA terms means Karamoja from Moroto to the Nile. So we are happy that they contributed to that concept idea. This year will be with a theme. The theme is Unity in Diversity. We have about 9 ethnicities, and this is not just in Uganda. We have the 9 ethnicities on the Kenya side. It's a cross-border festival, meaning all the ethnicities that are in Uganda as well as in Kenya will be represented and will participate. I'm particularly excited this year because we have Banyala. I know some people have never heard of that. Banyala, almost like Banyole of Uganda, we're excited that they're going to be a part of the festival. The festival begins on September 6th, which is a Friday. That day is just a launch of the festival. We have Huelu Kosi Omukuka III. His Highness is going to be our guest of honor, and he will launch the festival on that day. That day is just for people to come and enjoy themselves, and it will be light entertainment. It won't be as crazy as maybe a Saturday, but all the ethnicities who travel long distances will arrive that day early so that they can prepare for the morning culture parade. In the morning we'll have a culture parade that will start at Cricket Ground and then weave through the city and then end up here at the Elgon Museum. We are promising really exciting parade. I know people look forward to that, but this year it's really going to be interesting. You have to watch out for it. It's something new, something a bit of a surprise for you in the parade. Thereafter, we'll have the cultural competitions on that same day with all the 9 ethnicities, and we're excited because last year we had the Japadola who won the overall competition and won the UA prize, as you see presented there. UA is a sponsor of that trophy, and every ethnicity has promised to take it home this year. Basoga are very serious. they told me this year we're taking it, Priscilla. So it's going to be a really exciting time. So I encourage everybody to come and support the communities and support your culture. This festival, as we've said repeatedly, is a Renaissance festival. The word Renaissance means basically we're dating it back to maybe 100 years ago. We replicate what our ancestors' life was, how they survived, why they survived so long, the foods. We'll have cultural stalls, we'll have cultural artifacts. It's going to be really interesting. We also have the creatives, which is who make our culture. People don't understand that culture is ideas, innovations that people bring to life. And the creative team, which is a big part of the organization of this festival, which is headed by my partner Jeff, basically is going to have a display. I think I'll have Jeff talk about that a little bit more, but will be part of the afternoon session after the cultural competitions. Well, throughout the entire festival, you come in, you can purchase an item from them. They have very unique pieces, and I encourage the public to come and support our young creatives. Most of these kids range from 18 to maybe 30, 35 years of age, and it's a space for them to really express and to show what they can make. On the third day, we have bullfighting as the initial activity. Actually, before bullfighting, in the morning session, we have part of a team that has organized tour packages. If you're not from Mbale, or even if you're in Mbale, we have a hike to Wanale. I think there's a partnership with Mbale Hikers Club. You can hike up Wanale. You can visit Kumi, which is Nyero Rock, which is has interesting rock paintings that are over 4,000 years old. That's older than that's older probably than the Egyptian pyramids. So we need to support and encourage our local tourism industry on that day. You can also actually go to the gorge in Bulambuli. That's also very nice. So the morning session is a bit of people to relax, the party animals who partied the night before to take a break, and then coming into the afternoon session. The afternoon session starts with bullfighting. We have this is what everybody anticipates. I know there's a little bit of controversy where people say, oh, it's an activity that we shouldn't promote, but really it's like any other sport. These animals are very well trained. The people who bring the animals love their animals. I've watched it firsthand. And the animals will come in from Bufumbo, which is our closest area. They have it every Saturday. It is a sneak peek. You can always go, I don't know what their dates are, but they always have these bullfights up in the different areas of the mountain. So thereafter we'll have the final part of the concert. This event is also a music extravaganza. Again, I like to have my partner Jeff really elaborate more on the music side. And that's it. I'll pass it on over to Jeff.
Okay, I'm really going to talk so much about the creatives and how the creatives' involvement in this whole event is quite so important. We as Mbale creatives have gotten this space where the event is going to be at, and we're trying to set up a space for creatives basically. We believe that creatives, according to people and all these people out there, they feel creatives are really complicated people to work with, and not everyone will really understand how to work with these creative people. The only way you'll get the best out of the creative is if you understand them and you understand what they want. So we are creating a space here that favors all these creatives. We have a market that runs every Saturday, and we have space, free space for whoever is in the region, whoever has anything that is creative, to come and showcase. As the creatives, we've tried to set up this space. Whatever you're going to see has been done by people from Mbale. All the setup that you're going to see at the festival has been created by the creatives in this space, and we're excited to really give you a nice experience. I'm going to give you a little of how the program is going to look like, and you try to understand. On the first day, which is going to be the launch day, which we are calling Shisha Lulu, we are going to have some trainings at daytime. Yeah, one of the trainings that we're going to have is performance training sessions, where we're going to be teaching. We're going to have training sessions led by experienced artists, focusing on areas that include music composition, choreography, stage presence, and all that. And the objective for this is to improve performers' abilities and prepare them for festival showcases. We feel like most of our performers are not really professional, and we need to try and make them more professional using these trainings and things like that. We are also going to have a crafts workshop where we'll have hands-on workshops led by skilled artisans. Participants will learn techniques such as bucket weaving, pottery, and wood carving. The objective of this still is to enhance participants' artists' skills and promote traditional craftsmanship. We feel that we have a lot of crafts. We have people doing a lot of crafts in the region, and we feel like if we put some training to them, we will get much more better products that we can sell out there. We're trying to make sure that we create quality products that can leave our region and can really go out there that you can sell. The other thing that we're going to have is, of course, we'll have a traditional food fair, because it's a festival, and we're trying to put out all these different delicacies from all the regions, from all the 9 ethnicities. So all these people are going to be showcasing a few of their delicacies for people to test. So it's going to be also an exciting activity. Then after that, all this is going to be happening almost, okay, the morning session is the trainings, then we'll have the food fair running all through the day. And then around 4 is when Umukuka will launch the function officially. After launching the function, we'll have a few activities, including a drum circle. We'll have a Kadodis showdown. And then we have DJs. That's for the first day. On the second day, in the morning, we're going to converge at cricket grounds at around 9 in the morning. And then we expect that the parade is going to start at around 11. From 11 is when we'll start from cricket grounds. The parade will move through cricket grounds to Clock Tower. It comes down to Naboa Street. We go down to Naboa Street up to the turn that comes to the market. We come to the market and come down, back. Then go to Sleeping Baby and come down to the museum. So that's how the route is going to be. We'll be putting up the route on all our socials. After the parade, we'll have cultural competitions. UWA is awarding the best cultural performers. So we'll have cultural competitions from around 2 to around 6:30, where every ethnicity is going to showcase what they have for us. And yeah, from 6 up to 7, actually 6:30 up to 7:30 around, we have a special session this year that we've decided to introduce in the Elgon Festival, where we're going to be shining a light on the exciting acts. They are not on the poster, but they are exciting acts in the region. We have a lot of talented artists that we think we're not going to put, who are not on the poster, but we feel like people need to listen to them and they need to put out what they have. So we're going to have that session every day, just 1 hour of trying to see our new acts and exciting acts that we have in the region. Then after the exciting acts, we'll start with our performers. On Saturday, the first performer is Arab Coco. Arab Coco is from Western Kenya. It is representing the Kenyans. Then we'll have Ayons. Ayons is from Karamoja. We'll have Dora the Don, who is our very own from Mbale. Then we'll have Mosa Band. Mosa Band is representing the Banyoli. It's a very exciting band. Then we'll have Wek. Wek is representing the Bagwere. After Wek, we'll have Rodi Governor. Rodi Governor is representing the Itesots. Yeah. Then after Rodi Governor, we'll have Mika Wanyenje. Mika Wanyenje is also from Western Kenya. He's representing the Kenyans. And then after Mika Wanyenje is when we'll have the headliner of that night, who will be Azawi. After Azawi, we'll have DJ Malik take us through and other DJs of the day. That will be the second day. And then the last day, like Priscilla was telling us, we're going to converge at the site and then have a tour of a few of the tourist destinations in the Elgon region. We're looking at Wanale, Auha Caves, Sipi Falls, Sisi Falls, Nyero rock paintings. These are the few spaces that we want to showcase to the people that are coming to the Elgon region. Yeah. After that, we'll start our bullfighting at around 4 p.m. We expect that the bullfighting is going to take like 30 minutes at most. After the bullfighting, we'll have the African Fusion Fashion Show. The African Fusion Fashion Show is where we're going to showcase some of our outfits, our African outfits, fused cultural outfits that we're going to be showing people. Most of these people, I've not really seen them, but yeah, this is what we're going to be showing people now, African Fusion Fashion Show. Then after the fashion show, we'll give out the award to the winning ethnicity. Who will be giving out this award. And then after the giveaway of the award, we'll start the final concert, which has also very exciting acts. Our headliner for Sunday is going to be Titus Vibes, one of the biggest artists in the country and in the region. We're excited that he's our very own, and yeah, he's going to close the event. After Titus Vibes, we'll just have DJs and the festival really is going to end there. Yeah, that's what I had to really give you guys.
Pepsi Cola, for centuries, we've been dealing with beverages. Pepsi Cola, as we speak now, it's the #1 beverage company across Uganda. Pepsi Cola is the only beverage company that is part of ethnicity. When you go to Uganda Kingdom, we are the only sponsors of all their marathons, all their fundraisers. When you go to Bunyoro, we are doing the same. When you go to Busoga, we are doing the same. When you come to Mbale, the recent concluded one, which was at Mudodo, we sponsored it. All the events from Elgon Hotel, where they had a royal dinner, we were part of them. The tree planting, we were part of them. And the final one at Mudodo, we still took part. And Nijam, last year, we were one of the sponsors under the same event. And this year, we are still called back to be part. Culture is one thing you cannot deviate away from. When you talk of Africa, we talk of culture. Our culture has stood for years, and it will still stay for more years, despite whatever could be happening. But we believe the original culture of Africa will still stand. We are privileged to be part of this, having expanded from only Uganda cultures to accommodate even Kenya and the surrounding areas. It's a big event. As Pepsi Cola, we command the highest share in this country. There is no doubt of that. Therefore, an opportunity for us to enhance the volumes, we shall be always available for that. We bring a lot of beverages within the same event that is happening next weekend from 16th up to 8th. We are very, very in full swing. More of the details have been discussed with the partners. Wouldn't love to go into that, but all we promise, we shall be on board 100% with all the beverages. Thank you.
Let's turn over to Rock Telecom and let us get to know what it has for us and what brings them on board.
Okay, thank you so very, very, very much. First and foremost, I'd love to extend my sincere gratitude to the proprietors of this initiative. When we talk of unity, many of us may not understand what really unity is, but one way to feel confident is promoting our culture, and that's the unity. You've heard Priscilla say the theme is unity in diverse, which very many of us take so lightly, but you cannot make it alone and be prosperous if you're not united. So with Rock being a network company, we provide internet services which you will all need to make communication, to feel close to your loved ones. In one way or the other, you will need to communicate across all borders, across all boundaries. So we are not just here as an internet entity. We are here to grow culture. We are here to help the young generation understand the meaning of culture, to bring us together. That is what matters. It's not all about what we've put in. It's about how are we going to keep our culture alive in the day-to-day lives, in our children, in everything they do. I know of late we've seen we've seen a tradition that has come in from so many other people, and it is rather damaging us from all angles. We've looked at the homosexuality that has come in. We don't know how that has come in because our culture is dying off. So when you look at Elgon Festival, this is one way to promote our culture. Remember, you're not only looking at one tribe, we're looking at a number of tribes. We're looking at the Basoga, we're looking at the Gishu tribe, we're looking at people who are coming in from Kenya. Now, this is one way to promote us, to unite us as one. And that the only way to do that is to find a better way to promote with another. So as I told you, internet, you talked about it, is one way to communicate with another, is one way to keep close with your loved ones. And our loved ones are always close to our hearts, which is what Elgon Festival is representing. One love, and that's one heart. That's what we want, and that's what we are yearning for. As a nation, as a tribe, that is what we are looking for. We're not looking for pride. We're looking at a way of preserving the culture. So, still again, I would love to extend my sincere gratitude to the proprietors, Priscilla and Jeff. Thank you so very much for this initiative. It's going miles to help the youth, to help the developing generation. Many of us know it as Generation Z. Now, this is how we're going to do it. So as Rock, we come in to see that we can help promote that. We can help preach to the other who don't know. Before I hand over the microphone back to Mr. Kutos, I would love to tell you that in that same breath, Rock has better services in terms of internet for all of you, be it be for business, be it be for home usage. Please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so very much.
I'm indeed very grateful as Uganda Wildlife Authority, but the Mount Elgon Conservation Area in particular, in being part of this event. Like Priscilla said, the original concept, this is the third edition. We brought ideas together because as a mandate of Uganda Wildlife Authority, our objective mainly in this region is to market this region, to make sure that we have visitors coming in But originally, we have been seeing only the whites as visitors coming. But then we said no, we should tap into the region and its natural and cultural events to see that we bring in more people to visit the park. This event to us is a tick in terms of domestic tourism, visiting the park. Domestic tourism are visitors who are born within the country, within the region, and in East Africa who come to visit the park. Uganda Wildlife Authority Mount Elgon National Park harbors the world's largest caldera, and this is something that is in our region. Uganda Wildlife Authority Mount Elgon is a source of water in this region. Mount Elgon is known as a mountain of 1,000 falls, and so water, working with the Ministry of Water, all the water is from the mountain up to Jinja, the lake, River Nile. So we say, how do we come in to see that people know this? Is by bringing ourselves on board to come meet people. If we make these events, we can now market our park and tell them the activity. And two, the visitors who would come would really love to know the culture, the different culture of this region. And this taps in the reason why visitors come. Visitors come to look at the culture, they come to look at the natural scenic views and the people. So when we do not involve this, we get involved in this, we really miss out. So our objective really is that from the set, it is our mandate to work together with the Elgon Festival to make sure that we bring in the young generation to know what the mountain is about. The attitude in this region about Mount Elgon is about the collection of resources and encroachment. And it is a hard thing to change, but when we attend these festivals, we think that people will slowly appreciate the natural resources that we have. And the young generation is our target, such that as they grow up, they know, oh yes, this can be. And we think our attitude in the region will keep changing. So I thank the Elgon organizers that you brought us on board. Our activities mainly, we shall participate in a march past, we shall have staff there. And we sponsor things like bringing the bulls and taking them back. At one point, we shall provide a little bit of security at night for the people. And then we shall give out the prize, the best to the university, the trophy will be from us. And basically, to also talk about the park. The things that happen at the festival is very good for our visitors, because in time to come, they will have to, we shall encourage visitors to come in the season like this, such that they taste our food, our local foods, they look at our dances. We have the best dance in this world. I think apart from which country can help me, we are the third with our carnival, the Kadodi carnival. But when we start like this, we think with time we can get a win from the government to say that why not? Well, let's market this carnival. And then visitors will come in the east, and visitation has a very positive aspect to the people in this region. Let me dwell on that a lot. I know that people think, why visitors in this region? I'll give you an example of Buindi in Kabari. Buindi, because of the collection of the money that come in the park as our mandate, every entry of a visitor in the park, 20% of the money that is paid. We as an organization have an account of revenue sharing. Revenue sharing is that amount that is collected and is for the communities around the park. One, because we know that one way or the other, the activities of the park impact on the communities around. Therefore, we make sure that we save a piece of money that visitors bring such that at the end of the financial year, when we sit with the leadership of the government and we get the money that has been collected, we look at projects that you need to do, lively projects which will benefit the areas, the parishes and the sub-counties. So that money comes back to the people. So, and then too, Uganda Life Authority, we are in place not to take the park, we are in place to manage that area, which is a 10% of land in Uganda that has been put aside for conservation. This is managed by people who work in the park, but we do not own the land. We manage it for the future generation of the people in the region and in the area. So this I wanted to clarify, such that people who are viewing know that we are only here to do a job, to keep what belongs to the people. Windy has kept their park so much that we don't even need to do patrols. They manage every piece of step of the park, that if somebody encroaches, they just bring that person themselves to us. Why? Because they've understood the concept of conservation and they have enjoyed the livelihood. They know that cutting trees, killing animals is not good. When you keep the animals and the visitors come and they look at it, the money that comes is in quantities, and these people get money in favor. A parish can get money like 500 million. And there you see every homestead is developing. To an extent that there's a small area which was kept like a forest. These people got into the bus, went to parliament, and they said, please also add this one to Windy, because they understand the concept of conservation. So when we do such things, we want people to understand and learn that, oh, instead of us going to encroach on the park, instead of us killing or cutting trees, let's protect our area. And it starts with us, hence the festival in Elgon. So I want to thank you. I know a lot will be talked, but please come in plenty. Let's learn our culture. You take videos, post them on put them on your WhatsApp, on your Twitters, and encourage people to come and visit the region. I want to thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, thank you, moderator, Manakutose, and our cultural leader from the Sabine community and the partners. As you have been told, I'm the Minister of Culture and Heritage. Now, when we have Elgon Festival, honestly, the person to impress it first is the cultural institution. And I want to take this opportunity to thank all the partners, UWA, Pepsi, the brains behind the internet, and the doctor, that for us as a cultural institution, we are proud of you, and we are proud of being associated with you. What is taking place, especially Elgon Festival organizing for this event, it is the cultural institution that it begins with benefiting more than any other person. Because when you talk of culture, and you are talking of preserving culture, that is the role of Inzia Masava. And there is no way that we can do without preserving the environment. And it is through the environment that we get all the components that are required for our people. Because some of the trees within, and then the grass, some of them, most of them are medicinal for us culturally. And Bwana Peps, for us, you know, when I take marua, our local brew, and then I get a hangover in the morning, I would just ask, bring me Peps to cool down my whatsoever. So you see that how we appreciate your existence. So all of us have a stake in whatever that we are doing, and like we are saying, the press. You know, when you make your homestead, you make sure that you keep cocks and hens, and those cocks are the ones that remind neighbors what is going on. For you, your role, what you are doing, we are doing it for us, because they say when the king of Zanzibar plays his flute, people at the coast dance. So even our Mukuka, when he sneezes and coughs from Mutoto or Maruku, people in the diaspora will know why he's coughing so. And for you, we cannot now get the message without the press. So the first actually that we impress among those working behind us is the press. So our sons and daughters, please, we encourage you to do this work, and more especially professionally. As for the festival, of course, we shall begin with thanking Priscilla. Priscilla is becoming a household name because of Elgon Festival. This is it is a tool for us now to remind those who would want to reflect on culture that this is how things used to take place, and this is how things are, and this is where we have reached. Now, even when, because at times you get a man or a boy dressed in a dress, and then you say, why has he put on a dress? Now, as you put on a dress, are you aware that as a man you're supposed to put on a trouser at one time? Now, if you get a man, he has braided his hair. Do you know that as you braid, but when you are going to visit your in-laws, can you first cut off the braids, those braids, and then later you will make them grow after you have visited the in-laws? That when you are talking with your in-law, don't put your hand in the pocket. You know, those are some of the things that now, when you are having Elgon Festival, we remind so many of those who watch and then learn a lot. It is a learning session, especially when it comes to that time. So for you, if you talk of Inzia Masaba, if there is anybody, you cannot come from outside and mourn more than a grief. It is us who are mourning for our culture dying. That when we see people tampering with the environment, because for us, we use some of these animals there and the birds as a parameter for measuring a number of things for the cultural institution. Not everyone has a watch, not everyone has a phone, not everyone has a radio, and so forth. But when we have birds, different birds communicate different messages for us. Now, like this is at times now we are ambushed by rain, and at times when you have spread your millet on the ground, that you have gone somewhere, you can't even know that it's going to rain. You are just ambushed by rain coming and destroying. The other time it destroyed my malwa just there because I didn't expect it to rain. So now, because you have tempered with the environment, the birds that are supposed to make to remind us that now you see rain is coming, and then there are those which come out of the forests and the bushes and walk on the bay whatsoever. Then you tell that this species of coming out to walk like this, there must be what? A problem. When you see a serpent, a snake walking in the daylight, then you know that it's what? There's going to be, it is communicating some message. The reason as to why we must preserve what? The environment. So when Hua comes up to partner with you people and then Inzia Masaba, we are very happy and we are proud of you. And we are looking forward to still working with you. A cultural institution is proud of having a professional. So, doctor, what you are doing it for Inzu. Because for us, we don't pay you in money form, but we usher blessings on you. Actually, when Umukoka comes on that day, make sure that you see his face. And when he raises his hand, make sure that you pose your head so that he blesses you, and whatever that you are doing, you will be generated more than what you are having. So for us, we are now looking forward to blessing that occasion. That's why Mukuka he has committed himself that he will be there. He will be there, of course, as a fountain of honor, and he does not just come, that he comes with the blessings. All the ancestors will now look upon the event that will take place. The artists, we are proud of the artists, because these are you talk of creatives, artifacts, and then those who sing. Because it is very disappointing to have an environment where people cannot even laugh, they cannot even dance, and even when they are dancing, how are they dancing? When you are dancing, you don't need to dance like a wizard. You must come up with the strokes that can communicate that there is some happiness, there is something taking place, and that is the work of the artist. That even when you are urulating, it's not that you make it. You are laughing. These days we get it. Our girls, when they laugh in diminuendo voices. When you don't see how, you think it is a man behind laughing. And yet that's the moment that we have to showcase that this is how women laugh, this is how women walk, and this is how people eat. Because dressing, the dressing code is one of the identities that show a person having a belonging. Then even when somebody is walking, even when he's dressing, you know that this one is a Mugisu, Masaba, or this one is a Sabine. So those are some of the things that we are looking forward to seeing on that day. So all those ones behind it, please, God bless you. Inzia Masaba is blessing you. Kuka Masaba Salama Bumbuya ni wanare abita homwesi tana mwanyara nae.